They called him the greatest basketball player of all time, but Michael Jordan's story is more than trophies and highlight reels. It's a story of rejection, pain, obsession, and a fire that refused to die. From a small-town kid in North Carolina to a global icon, this is the untold journey of a man who turned failure into greatness. This is Michael Jordan, the legend who refused to lose. Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born on February 17, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York. When he was young, his family moved to Wilmington, North Carolina, where his passion for sports began. His father, James Jordan, taught him discipline and hard work, while his mother, Dolores, taught him humility and focus. As a child, Michael was full of energy, competitive in everything he did, from school to backyard games. But what set him apart wasn't just talent, it was his mindset. Even as a kid, he hated losing more than he loved winning. This burning desire would define his entire life and career. He wasn't just playing games. He was waging a war against mediocrity, a war he was determined to win at all costs. At 15, Michael faced the rejection that would change his life forever. He was cut from his high school varsity basketball team, told he wasn't good enough. For most, that would have been the end, but for Michael, it was the beginning. He went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. Then, he made himself a promise: he would never let anyone decide his limits again. From that day forward, he practiced every single day, often until midnight. Every shot, every drill, every drop of sweat was his revenge on doubt. He used that rejection as fuel, turning the pain of being overlooked into an unstoppable work ethic that would soon shock the world. Michael attended the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where he studied cultural geography, but basketball was always his true classroom. Under legendary coach Dean Smith, Jordan learned discipline, teamwork, and leadership. In 1982, as a freshman, he made the game-winning shot in the NCAA championship, a moment that announced to the world, Michael Jordan has arrived. From then on, he was unstoppable, proving that his high school setback was just a prelude to his inevitable rise. That single shot not only won a title, but also solidified his reputation as a clutch performer, someone who thrived when the pressure was at its peak. In 1984, Michael Jordan was drafted 3rd overall by the Chicago Bulls. The team was struggling, and the league doubted his impact, but MJ had other plans. He lit up the court with his athleticism and flair, quickly earning the nickname Air Jordan. In his rookie season, he averaged over 28 points per game and won Rookie of the Year. Yet behind the success, Jordan battled critics who said he was too individualistic and opponents who tried to break him literally. But with every fall, he rose higher, more determined. He wasn't just playing basketball. He was a phenomenon, a force of nature that the league had never seen before. In 1989, Michael married Juanita Vanoy, and together they had 3 children. While his life on the court was intense, off the court he valued loyalty and privacy. Balancing fame, fortune, and family wasn't easy. But Jordan often said that his family kept him grounded, reminding him of where he came from and why he started. They were his anchor in the whirlwind of global superstardom, providing a sanctuary away from the blinding lights of the arena and the constant demands of being a worldwide icon. By the early 1990s, the world had never seen dominance like this. With coach Phil Jackson and teammates Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, Jordan led the Chicago Bulls to 6 NBA championships, winning Finals MVP each time. Every time he stepped on the court, he turned the impossible into routine game-winning shots, soaring dunks, unmatched intensity. But behind the glory, Jordan's obsession grew. He demanded perfection from himself and everyone around him. He once said, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." It was this relentless drive that forged a dynasty. In 1993, tragedy struck. Jordan's father, James Jordan, was murdered. Devastated, Michael retired from basketball, saying he'd lost the desire to play. He pursued a childhood dream, playing professional baseball, but deep down, the game of basketball still called his name. In 1995, he returned to the NBA with 2 words that shook the world: "I am back." He came back hungrier, stronger, and more focused than ever before, ready to reclaim his throne. Between 1996 and 1998, Jordan and the Bulls dominated again, 3 more championships, more records, more history. And in 1998, his final shot as a Bull smooth jumper against the Utah Jazz sealed his 6th title and eternal legacy. That moment became more than basketball. It became art, perseverance, and immortality, a perfect storybook ending to one of the most celebrated careers in all of sports. It was the ultimate testament to his greatness. Today, Michael Jordan is not just an athlete, he's an empire. Owner of the Charlotte Hornets, founder of the Jordan brand, and the first athlete to become a billionaire through sheer will and business vision. But beyond money and fame, Jordan's true legacy lies in his mindset. He showed the world that talent may open doors, but obsession, discipline, and belief make legends. Michael Jordan didn't just change basketball, he changed what it means to be great. If you were inspired by this story, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.